I'm going to Boston University. I'm studying biochemistry and molecular biology. I prepared for the Nantucket Golf Club scholarship by just keeping up with the news and practicing interviews.
Mostly by just being true to who I am. It's nerve-wracking at first, but you definitely get used to it. And it's as long as you're true to who you are, you can't be wrong in what you say.
The Nantucket Golf Club Scholarship Fund has definitely taught me that even though I've been with the same people for all 12 years of public school, you never really know someone until you have in-depth conversations with them.
Through this process, I've learned that I'm a person who is well-rounded, and I'm going to hold on to that as I go to college and double major and take classes in everything.
I think the greatest lesson I learned, know your strengths and know your weaknesses and be able to tell those to other people.
I think throughout this whole process, I've really had to think before I speak.
The best lesson I got is I learned a lot about the interview process in general, which I didn't know a lot about. And it forces you to learn about your comforts and weaknesses in within the interview process.
I think it's going to help me in the end when I'm applying for a job later or for something for school. So
if I could tell the future applicants anything that I learned throughout the golf club process, is that I would tell them not to be afraid.
I would say go in with an open mind and not knowing what to expect.
The scholarship fund has given me the most incredible experience. The entire process has been unbelievable, and I've been side by side with some of the most amazing classmates that I have, so I have nothing but thanks to give to the scholarship fund.
So, here we are again, my favorite night of the year. Probably going to be a few tears. They're probably all going to be from me. But just thank you all for coming. This is a really special evening for so many reasons. But it's really about these 10 people. Here, I'm starting to go already. See, they're cracking? I'm cracking. But it's really about these 10 young adults. And you'll hear that through John and my comments this evening. There are definitely 2 Nantucket scholars, but we are celebrating 10 incredible individuals. So how about a round of applause just to start the night off. I probably know most of the people in the room. I probably know most of the kids in the room. But for those of you who don't know me, I'm Tom Brzett, and I'm the Executive Director of the Golf Club Foundation, and I'm the Chief Operating Officer here at the club. We actually have a nice evening. We actually have a really nice evening. It's been a little rainy the last couple of years, but so welcome to Nantucket Golf Club, and thank you for coming. Along with celebrating these young individuals is also a night of thanks. And we'd have to start the evening off by thanking some people on behalf of the foundation and the golf club for making this night and this program such a success. First, I'd like to thank all of you, parents, families, teachers, coaches, and friends of these remarkable young men and women. You have all been a part of doing an incredible job developing and nurturing these children into mature and responsible adults. We as a committee enjoyed getting to know all the students during this process, and we were constantly impressed by their outstanding accomplishments. They really are simply amazing, and you should all be very proud of them and yourselves. So give yourselves a hand, please. Secondly, I'd like to thank our Scholar Review Committee. And I'm very serious when I tell you that these individuals have sacrificed time and worked very hard for the last 8 months to get to this point. They're already very busy individuals, and I take them away from what they're doing so we can work on a selection process of this program. Now, I do feed them very well. And John and I take very good care of where we go to eat. But as always, it's been a pleasure to work with them. And if you could hold your applause, I'd just like to acknowledge them. Susan McFarland, who's not here, serves as the foundation's data coordinator and handles all correspondence for the program. I guarantee you she's somewhere getting tan. Michael Kozort, our superintendent of schools. John Bucky, principal of Nantucket High School. Courtney Foster, a counselor in the high school guidance department. Kate Hickson, an old friend and chair of the, well, I didn't mean old, but a longtime friend. Chair of the Nantucket High School World Language Department. And Anita Small, a new counselor at the Nantucket High School Guidance Department and one of our 2 scholars from 2008. So how about a round of applause? I love swinging it all around. Very nice. So we also acknowledge and thank the board of directors and the many members and friends of the Nantucket Golf Club who have contributed in so many different ways to the success of our annual fundraising event in August, the Nantucket Children's Charity Classic, which provides for these programs. Together, those supporters and our members have helped raise almost $22 million in 16 years for the benefit of youth on Nantucket. Without their incredible vision and support since the foundation's inception, we would not be here this evening to make this announcement. So how about a round of applause for them? And for all my staff members and fellow managers who may still be at the Raw Bar, I want to thank you all for working so hard to make this event so special each year. I mention it every year, but the hard work and assistance with this event at a time when we are scrambling, you look at bulldozers behind me and loading docks not built yet, it is a hard journey to get here at a hard time of year, and I very much appreciate all of you, so thank you very much. And last but not least, where's my lovely wife? Where's Leslie? Leslie, where are you? There you go. Oh, the back row, very nice. I would not be the person I am or be able to do what I do without Leslie and nowadays Lana. Because Lana kind of runs both of our lives, and that's where we are. But thank you. I love you both very much, and I appreciate all your support. Have a round of applause. So, Liam, Natalie, I flipped. Claudia, Catherine, Caroline, Christiana, Carter, Dina, Tessa, and Christina. You are all outstanding individuals, and we know that each one of you will be very successful in life wherever you end up. I speak for the committee when I say that every year, we each learn so much from this process, and you, and we hope that you did also. This evening, 2 scholars will be announced. But this night is more about celebrating, as I said, these 10 individuals and what they have been able to achieve over their scholastic career. Each one of them deserves to be up here this evening, and we are here to recognize an incredible group of students, scholars, and the next leaders of our communities. Congratulations on being a Nantucket Scholar finalist. And now for the party favors. In recognition of your extraordinary accomplishments, and as a token of our deep appreciation for participating in this process, the foundation is providing each of you with an off-to-college travel bag from Toomey, which includes the following: Nantucket Golf Club apparel, we know you'll wear it proudly, a cashmere blanket, and I'll say it like I say it every year, it's the most comfortable thing on the planet. A lot of you probably have those in this room, because I've been handing them out for years, but you do your best to take that to school with you. Some reading, the book In the Heart of the Sea, signed by local author Nat Philbrick, Carrie Hazelgrove's The Book Nantucket, it's both signed by them. A 110 pass commuter book from Highline Cruises. So no one has any excuse for not coming home and visiting mom and dad, unless you live really far away. The newest Series 3 Apple Watch with GPS and cellular capacity. The newest Beats Studio 3 wireless over-ear headphones. And a certificate for a laptop computer from Computer Solutions. Congratulations, you'll be picking those up shortly. Before I make my final announcement, as is custom, Dr. Bucky would like to recognize each finalist personally. Please come forward to receive your gift bag when he calls your name. Thank you.
Every year we share what a difficult decision it is to come up with just 2 scholars. This year was no exception, and for me, having been fortunate enough to be part of this process for the last 10 years, it was perhaps the most challenging. Each participant in the process brought something special, unique, and noteworthy for our consideration. I know of no other community that provides this opportunity for 2 graduating seniors to pursue an education of their dreams at no cost. Annually, I say I am honored and humbled. As I begin my 10th year sharing the portraits of these amazing students, I cannot come up with any other words to adequately express my feelings for the foundation and these amazing young people. So thank you, Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, for the vision of this program and for your amazing steward, Mr. Tom Brissett. He makes this program you provide a remarkable experience that transforms lives. You and the foundation have made and are making Nantucket an even more special place. We are all grateful beyond words. And now to your bios. The 10 finalists are among the best and brightest of the Nantucket High School class of 2018. We are thankful to you, their parents and guardians, and the entire Nantucket community for supporting them, guiding them, coaching them, directing them, teaching them, loving them, and developing them into the outstanding young adults we see before us this evening. The process for selecting our scholars is organic, ever evolving. We began with 30 participants. As we believe strongly in the process, we reviewed their paper applications, had all 30 participate in a forum, and then interviewed each of them. We moved 20 to a semifinalist determination. This group did an interview dinner, a presentation of another semifinalist, and yet another round of interviews. From that group, we selected the 10 finalists that are here this evening. For me, one of the best things about the process is that each of the 30 who participated brought something unique and special, and the case could have, and in many instances was, made to support their consideration. The 10 this evening persevered through multiple interviews and forums, dinners and presentations, introductions, and more interviews, all while 5 adults sat and listened and questioned and wrote. When I say these are some remarkable young people, it isn't kind prose or vapid rhetoric, as you are about to hear. They are accomplished and impressive in academics, athletics, the arts, and service. They are poised and articulate. That is why I am honored and humbled to share with you their many achievements. For their introductions, I've attempted to focus on their individual strengths, of which there are many. But please understand what I say about one student can easily be the quality of any of the finalists. As I introduce each finalist, please step forward when I call your name. After the introduction, please take a seat with your family and invited guests. Liam Knoll. Our first finalist moved to Nantucket from Florida right before high school. Dr. Williams, in his letter of recommendation, acknowledges the challenges of moving during a difficult time in adolescence, but said, quote, "He adjusted well, is adored and respected by his teachers and peers, and while often reserved, he is unsuspectingly funny." The committee came to learn this as he moved through the process. Perhaps his culminating presentation on trampolines brought this fully to light. This finalist cites his grandfather as his biggest role model. He shared an insight from his grandfather. Whenever this finalist would say, "It has been the worst day," his grandfather would gently remind him, "You mean the worst day of your life so far." Sometimes seen or even self-identified as reserved, introverted, or shy, this finalist is a bold standout in terms of community service. He has been volunteering at the Nantucket Food Pantry for over 3 years. His supervisor said of him, quote, "Liam is a creative thinker with a humble heart and a strong work ethic not often found in students today. A shining beacon of hope representing our leaders of tomorrow." This finalist noted in his personal essay that the work at the food pantry inspired him to reach out and explore other social activities. As a result, he began writing for Veritas, joined Quiz Bowl, and became treasurer of the new Politics and Government Club, in addition to taking a huge step this year and joining the diving team. A participant in the Nantucket Teen View, he is also a National Honor Society instrumental ensemble, and our new ping pong club. In his spare time, this finalist has undertaken numerous online courses, including Introduction to JavaScript and HTML, How to Change the World, The Art of Conversation, Social Entrepreneurship, and the America's Poverty course through Stanford University. His favorite quote is from the Buddha, "We think what we become." He became Freshman of the Year his first year at NHS. We are confident he will become something big after leaving NHS. Liam Knoll. I'm going to go in alphabetical order, so the next says Natalie Gammons.
That's not fair. It was a test.
Natalie Gammons, the next finalist, was born in Boston. She is family-oriented, in no small part because she says she has been inspired by her family. Just ask her and her family about the significance of the double wave. In one of our first interviews, she said, "I owe a lot of who I am to my family." She has an older sister and a younger brother. She touched the committee when she noted one of the things she will miss most next year is, quote, wisdom time in the car with Dad on their rides to school. While she might self-describe as a procrastinator, the committee does not know when she would have time. She is the epitome of a three-sport athlete, varsity soccer, swimming, and lacrosse. This part of her life is important to her identity as well. She impressed the committee when she wrote in her personal essay that she hopes her swim team relay records are broken in the future because, quote, records are meant to be broken. This shows the finalist's selflessness while simultaneously setting the bar high for students and scholars who come after her. She is Student Council co-president and student representative to the school committee. One of those she admires, she cites Toni Morrison for her fight against racial inequality. She is a member of the National Honor Society, Breakfast Buddies, Freshman Advisory Mentors, Veritas as the features editor, and the Spanish Club. She has received numerous awards and accolades for outstanding work athletically and academically, including being an 8-time Principals List Breakfast attendee and the winner of the Mount Holyoke Book Award. She plans to attend Northeastern, hoping to become a nurse. Please welcome Natalie Gammons. Cludia Holford. The next finalist, Clow, as she is sometimes nicknamed, was homeschooled on Nantucket. She is grateful to her mom for giving her time to homeschool her and her sister. She says the best thing was learning time management for independent study. This finalist noted the best advice she ever got was from her younger sister, Ella, who said the secret to making yourself happy is just believing you are happy. This finalist credits her grandmother for playing a big role in shaping the person she has become. Family and church are very important to her. She plays the violin and the piano and loves to sing. She may have amused the committee with stories of finding her harmony in car trip sing-alongs. She would love to take a road trip across the country. In her personal essay, she wrote, quote, I am passionate about helping others, especially those less fortunate. Her role model is Eve Rose, a Haitian woman of faith and tenacity who houses 35 students in her home and runs a school for 300. I could see this finalist doing just that. She is a member of Veritas, Politics, and Spanish Club. She is a talented swimmer who recently broke records at states at MIT, but who amused the committee when she shared when she first tried swimming at age 8, she quit. She now teaches swim lessons, assists with the Dolphins, and participates in Swim Across America. She would love to work as a nurse working with survivors of human trafficking. And just when you thought you had heard it all, she loves to cook kale, loves avocado, and self-describes as a peanut butter enthusiast. Please all welcome Cludia Holford. Catherine Pittman. The next finalist, KP, as she is affectionately nicknamed, is a standout among the finalists as a USLA certified beach lifeguard, the only finalist to my knowledge that completed the U.S. Coast Guard Academy Introduction Mission Program, and the youngest guard ever recruited to the Nantucket program. She is a three-sport athlete, soccer, swimming, and lacrosse, and has been captain of all three her senior year. Through sports, she shared that although she has learned to be a leader, she has also learned to be a teammate. She admires Harbor Master Sheila Lucy, who she says, quote, turned the summer lifeguarding program from nothing into an elite squad of professionals who keep our beachgoers safe. This admiration is reciprocated as Harbor Master Lucy dubs this finalist as, quote, a hero for her efforts as a guard last summer on a day where 27 rescues were made during Hurricane Gert, and commends her for her, quote, impeccable sense of integrity. Egan Maritime, the Red Cross, and the Coast Guard concurred in nominations for public service for this finalist. Her life slogan is, look for the good pain in life. Know that you have worked hard enough to succeed. And succeed she has with numerous athletic and academic recognitions, including the Yale Book Prize. She commends her mother, who always emphasized the importance of being herself. A member of Student Council, National Honor Society, Spanish and Tech Clubs, and Freshman Advisory Mentors, this finalist is also heavily involved in service with Holidays for Heroes and over 100 hours at the Congregational Church. In a pair introduction, her peer remarked, KP doesn't wear bright clothes, but that doesn't mean she isn't bright. Her myriad accomplishments make that clear. Given her experience and preparation, she will rock the U.S. Coast Guard Academy next year. Please welcome Catherine Pittman. No tears. I'm just a gentle breeze from losing it on any given moment. So,
try not to look in their face.
Caroline Richards. The next finalist has been described as an always positive person who has an encouraging effect on those around her. She impressed the committee with her life slogan, which is a Latin proverb, if the wind will not serve, take the oars. This demonstrates her philosophy to confront challenges and overcome obstacles. She demonstrated her tenacity and perseverance in a major way after suffering a serious injury during soccer season, breaking her ankle in 3 places. She credits her father for encouraging her to find balance. What she learned from her mother's closet, quote, I can be a dreamer and a realist without being defined as either. She admires Nobel laureate John Nash for his advancements in economics and psychology. An editor of Veritas, she was instrumental in organizing our student walkout participation and went to DC to take part in the March for Life. She impressed us with her approach to controversial topics when she said, start a conversation, don't be afraid of the controversy. She is passionate about gun control and other issues such as student loans and immigration. This finalist applauds Colin Kaepernick and his peers for taking a stand against racism and ignorance. An athlete herself, she was captain of the soccer team and is currently captain of the sailing team. This finalist has amassed numerous awards and recognitions from the statewide Governor's Council, New England Scholastic Press, Brown University Dean Scholarship, an Advanced Placement Scholar, and the Smith Book Award. Her club and activity list is even longer, including National Honor Society, class president, debate club, and Mermaids and Mentors. She told the committee in our first interview she would like to change the world someday. We have no doubt she will. Please welcome Caroline Richards. Christiana Roggeveen. Our next finalist, Cheech, as we have also come to know her, was also born in Boston. She enjoys puzzles and is thinking about becoming an orthodontist because she thinks teeth are also like puzzles. She amused the committee when she said if she could be president for a day, the first thing she would do would be to play hide and seek in the White House. She said the most important advice her family has given her is to be herself. Although she says after following two also very accomplished siblings, that hasn't always been easy. She impressed the committee when she asserted, quote, I happily have never been the, quote, third Roggeveen child that most expected. If she could create a slogan for her life, she would pick Make It Work from Project Runway. She impressed her peers in the committee with a presentation on media bias when reporting on terrorism. One committee member said of this finalist, she has an infectious laugh and giggle that brightens the room. She is a three-sport athlete in addition to being class secretary, finance director of Veritas, president of the Chemistry Club, and a member of National Honor Society. She is a Harvard Book Prize winner who has achieved Principals List 14 out of 15 quarters of her high school career. A fun fact about this finalist is she has a cat with no ears who is cleverly named Kitty. If she could advise her freshman self, she would say to join more clubs. How, I don't know. Michael Molinar, her supervisor at Flowers on Chestnut, said in his recommendation, Christiana will continue to be successful in whatever path she takes. The review committee couldn't agree more. Please welcome Christiana Roggeveen. Carter Snell. The next finalist was born on the island and truly represents the oft-used phrase whaler pride. He impressed the committee with how often he talked about his love of Nantucket, his appreciation for his public school education, and his love for his own family as well as his whaler family. This finalist says of Nantucket, it isn't boring, it's a wonder. In a forum when asked about how to help students make healthy decisions, he noted how we should help students understand and appreciate Nantucket's natural beauty and how much it has to offer. He is an avid fisherman and loves to be surrounded by nature. This finalist has 3 older siblings he says have inspired him. One committee member described this finalist as genuine and curious. He admires Bob Dylan as a voice of social protest and believes the youth of today need to register to vote because, quote, we are the future. He says the most important advice he has received came from his mother when she told him, it's what you make of it and how much work you put into it. A 2-sport athlete, hockey and soccer, captain in both, this finalist is also a member of National Honor Society, Business Club, Spanish Club, and a former class president. He is a talented artist, having recently received 2nd place at the Artists Association Junior Artist Show. He said with all the focus on STEM, we need to foster and fund arts programs in schools in order to access the creative aspects of a child's mind. Mr. Gervin, in his college recommendation, said he is one of the most creative and capable woodworkers he's ever seen. He impressed the committee and his peers with a passionate presentation on wood turning. He is a St. Michael's Book Award winner, in addition to being an Inky Mirror Sportsmanship Award winner, a Cape and Islands League All-Star, and an Eastern Mass All-Star. A fun fact for this finalist, he reminds himself to, quote, do a little calculus every day. Please welcome Carter Snell. Dina Weatherly. The next finalist credits her mom's confidence as the inspiration for her to take pride in herself. She amused the committee when she says she isn't in the debate club because she went and everyone was liberal, so there really wasn't anything to debate. This finalist believes Nantucket needs to brand itself that we are not just the ultimate gated community of rich people that the media sometimes purports us to be. She believes that racism comes through ignorance and that peaceful protest is a core value of the Constitution. She admires Stephen Hawking because even though his body failed him, he used his mind and his intellect to persevere. Her heroes are Elon Musk, because when people say no, it only fuels him to prove them wrong, and Rosalind Franklin, the unsung heroine who discovered the double helix. This finalist says the best advice she ever got was from her cousin, who told the kids she babysat for to be leaders and not followers. A fun fact is that she arrives to school at 7:45 every day after finishing her makeup in the car. She gave us an impressive presentation, replete with 2 comparative shades of lipstick, on the power and importance of makeup setting the mood for the day. She placed first in the STEM fair, received an MIT STEM award, numerous academic and excellence awards, and has been on the principal's list 13 quarters of her high school career, where I have mispronounced her name at least 11 times. She is part of the Quiz Bowl family, co-founder of NHS Political Club, National Honor Society, Veritas, Spanish Club, and Student Council. Her life slogan, translated from Japanese, which I will not attempt to pronounce, is, "I will do my best." She said in an interview, "If I'm certain of myself, I am able to do anything. We know you are and are confident you will as you head to Wellesley next year." Please welcome Dina Weatherly. Tessa Weldon. The next finalist makes me want to sing her bio. Relax, I won't. As the mention of her name brings her many musical accomplishments to mind. In addition to singing, she plays the piano, the trumpet, the violin, and the guitar. She has written music and plays and taught us all how to write a song. She is currently working on a jingle for a company that makes musical instruments. When she was younger, her piano teacher, Carolyn Butler, told her parents, quote, "She's got the gift." And she was right, but she has many gifts. She has the impressive ability to name over 100 digits of pi. Her life slogan is really the epitome of this finalist: do everything that makes you happy. 2 fun facts about Tessa: she eats a cup of cookie dough ice cream every day, and she once made a music video of herself singing and riding a scooter. She said the best advice she received is, quote, "Follow your dreams, even if they aren't realistic." She was in Distinguished Young Woman, earning runner-up in talent, scholastics, and self-expression. She was Liesel in Theater Workshop's Sound of Music. She is in the Accidentals and Naturals, NHS Band, plays tennis and field hockey, writes for Veritas, and is member of National Honor Society, Chemistry, Spanish, and Drama Clubs. She earned the Wellesley Book Award and was a Massachusetts Association of Schools Superintendents awardee. When speaking about being president for a day, she said, quote, "No one should be limited from their dreams. We know you will not be." Welcome, Tessa Weldon. Christina Nina Wilson. Our last but certainly not least finalist was born in Texas and has lived in Missouri, Georgia, and Florida before coming to Nantucket in the 6th grade. In a pair introduction, one of her peers described her as classic but adaptable. She shared with the committee that her dad used to give her pep talks before every game or event where he'd say, quote, "Try hard, be yourself, and do what you can do." She believes that participating in movements for social change is one step closer to creating a larger voice. She admires Emma Watson because she dropped out of the Hollywood scene at her zenith in order to pursue higher education and to become an activist for women's rights, equality, and sustainability. One of her heroes is Al Gore for kickstarting the environmental movement. She touched the committee when she shared her dream is to open a primary school in Ghana, where she traveled to volunteer and teach, so children could have books, materials, and sanitary conditions in which to learn. She plays soccer as a team leader and is captain of the lacrosse team. She is a member of National Honor Society, vice president of her class, a perfect pal, breakfast buddy, a member of Spanish Club, and a freshman advisory mentor. She was a Nantucket Project Junior Fellow, scholar, and intern. This finalist hopes to one day be a Peace Corps volunteer and to become a dermatologist. Although this finalist says, quote, "I am stubborn," the committee prefers to think of her as tenacious in the classroom, on the playing field, and we are sure this trait will serve her well in life. In his letter of recommendation, Mr. Gregorich wrote of this finalist, "She has the will and drive to make the world a better place." We have no doubt she will. Please welcome Nina Wilson. Each year I join you in being amazed at just how much these young people have accomplished. All high-achieving academics with impressive board scores, they are artists, thespians, and musicians. Civic-minded individuals, they have contributed countless hours of service to our community. Leaders among their peers, they guide myriad clubs, activities, and organizations at NHS. The process to a decision of just two is challenging at best. Each deservedly could be named the scholar. It is probably this level of difficulty that signals my stint in tonight's program has come to an end, and someone much more adept will take the microphone. Before I end, I would like to again recognize what the Foundation does for these students in our community. Their benevolence, altruism, and generosity is unparalleled. With that in mind, please offer a round of applause for the Foundation, its director, Mr. Tom Brissett, and our 10 finalists.
I don't know how you're not all sobbing. But I think we should give John a round of applause because he does an amazing job every year. Just celebrating kids. I would ask that everyone stand up, please. It is our pleasure this evening, on behalf of the Board of Directors of the Nantucket Golf Club and the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, to present our 2018 Nantucket Scholars. Dina Weatherly. And Carter Snell.